knowledge discovery from social media for known marketing. Known product selling is always a hot topic for banks and credit unions. The simplest way to approach a prospective customer is by cold call, but the response rate is very low and costs a lot of human capital. The better way could be doing a demographic analysis on the customer. The industry could conduct survey or questionnaire to collect the customer information to analyze the customer behavior in order to target a group of high-profile people. But it's time-consuming to conduct a survey, and you cannot truly reflect the customer preference. Therefore, recently, it's proposed to use social media data to help to spot the earliest trend of the customer behavior and analyze the public sentiment. People love to use social media sites to express their opinions, and the cost of collecting the social media data is very low, and the industry can get the rapid results. In this project, we will analyze the messages posted on the social media site to Sina Weibo in order to discover the public sentiments to avoid credit card product. Sina Weibo is the most popular social media site in mainland China. About 100 million messages are posted each day on Weibo. It can provide us a huge source of data to do the analysis, and we narrow down the project scope to the credit card loan product. Credit card is always a popular product in the market, and it could be very interesting to understand how the people feel about this product issued by different banks. To achieve our project goals, the project is divided into 3 stages. At the first stage, we collect the social media messages from Sina Weibo using Weibo API, and then pre-process the data using word segmentation. At the second stage, we build a model using back-of-word model and train the model using a suitable data mining algorithm. At the last stage, we will analyze the result using the model and the data we collected, and then do a sentiment analysis to discover any interesting pattern related to customer behavior. To pre-process the messages we collected from Sina Weibo, segmenting the sentence is required. Word segmentation is a necessary step for sentiment analysis. Each message should be segmented into a collection of meaningful words. However, unlike English, sentences written in Chinese are founded by a sequence of Chinese characters without spaces between them. Let's look at these examples. We can't directly segment the sentence character by characters since they can't represent the actual meaning of the sentences. We must combine some characters together based on the semantic meaning to form a vocabulary. However, doing it by human could be very time-consuming. Therefore, we will use the popular Chinese word semantics IK Analyze, which is a program that can help us to segment the sentences automatically based on the semantic meaning. We will use the back-of-word model in our sentiment analysis. It treated each message as another collection of words. And after we segment each message into meaningful words, we will use the most frequency words approach to choose a back-of-word model to be the feature of the model. Each feature value represents the occurrence of that word in the text messages. And the back-of-word feature vector can form the dictionary that can represent the messages to help us to measure the similarity between the messages to help us to categorize the messages into different groups. Here is the fruit of our model building. Since social media data is full of commercial spam messages, we have to filter out the spam messages, retain the useful messages that can uncover the public sentiment. Therefore, we will build up 2 separate back-of-word models. One model is used to classify the messages as spam and non-spam messages, And then after the classification, we'll filter all the spam messages and then use another model to classify the messages as positive or negative. That means whether the author of the messages express good commands or negative command or credit card. And then the backward model can be trained using a suitable learning algorithm. And we both use the naive-based algorithm to train the two models. In our ambiguous result from the message we collected, 40% of the messages are classified as positive and 60% of the messages are classified as negative. Therefore, it seems that more people shows negative sentiments toward credit card products. And after analyzing the overall public sentiments toward credit cards, we can drill down the data to see which credit card issue have more positive public sentiment and which issue have more negative sentiment. The result is sorted by the proportion of the positive messages. From the chart, we can see that people expect more public opinions on the credit card products of China, Bridge Bank, the China Scientist Bank, and the China Gongfat banks. They have 72%, 66%, and 53% of positive messages toward their products respectively. And on the other hand, people express more negative opinions on the credit card products of Agricultural Bank of China, China Construction Banks, and Industrial Banks. They have 87%, 83%, and 79% of the negative messages towards their products respectively. Therefore, drilling down the two groups of messages we've classified, we can find out more which credit card issuer have better reputation in the public and which issuer have worse reputation in the public. In conclusion, the analysis can provide us valuable information to the credit card issuer to understand their product's reputation among the public and also improve their products or promote an effective marketing campaign. And also, our research approach is not limited to analyze the public sentiments toward credit card products. It can be applied on any other topics. Therefore, social media data is really a huge source of information we can use, and with combining using a data mining model, we can easily discover a lot of valuable knowledge from the data.